Well, we're not lost here on the desk, as we're now going to be flying over to Erangel for our next 3 matches. It's match 10 of week 2, and we only have a few more opportunities. We need that double chicken dinner for someone to claim number 1.
3 more goes at things, James. This is coming down to the absolute wire. I'm a little stunned that it's come this far, if I'm honest. I really thought we'd have seen a double by this point. But it's just not been the case. Keep in mind, last week we had 3 teams able to double down, claim 2 chicken dinners. One of them was BBL, one was DA, and one was VP. Bear in mind, BBL and DA have been barely able to get onto the board, so what a difference a week basically makes here. Rich, what are your thoughts now?
Well, I mean, it all comes down to these next 1 or 2 games. If we still get winners that have not yet put a point on the board, like we go down to that final matchup and essentially it's anyone's game, right? It's a complete catastrophe for the final one. I'm all for it. I think it will be interesting if we do get to that point. It's not something I've yet to cast over or see unfold, for Europe yet. I don't know. It makes it interesting to say the very, very least. The one thing I do know is this flight path a little bit more rougher for anyone who does like to loot towards north or northwest. Makes things a little bit more difficult. No one over by Georgia Pole just yet. Obviously, you can get the vehicles and go crack on and get up there, which will probably lean to a more middle pack, a very busy area. Look at BBL, look at Veneer just yellow.
Now, it's all about timing in my mind for Ents especially, because do they beat the likes of Liquid to where they want to be? Will Liquid now be forced into a slightly different compound? How does this compress? Because all the teams know this is more than likely going south, and this is exactly what we mean. SMB laying in wait, gonna just tear apart the opponents. Until then, Yuri's still on his feet for now, gets out of the vehicle, goes for a bit of a wild spray, but he will lose his life in Hall of Game. They're down in 16th.
Also, another pull-up on the side, FaZe Clan. 2 members down, though. Plenty of damage on the side of Na'Vi. Trying to get a few shots in as they were looking towards scouting that. It was a 2-2 split.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What
Ain't no
in
way.
the world?
Ain't no way. It's gone north. Okay, so nobody. I mean, Paige put his foot across towards his side. Now he's sitting there going, I called it the whole time, boys. I've got it. Don't worry. Ents beelining north. Do they go to the no lean town? Surely not. They're going to go straight towards the little granny house. But Diggory got caught on the way through because everyone is moving. Rustamar, I don't know, silently moving away, just trying to pretend he ain't in that vehicle. But this is insanity, Rich.
That's absolutely crazy. And it's even wilder to think that Ents were up here for the entirety of the time, and then finally they're the first ones that lose a player. Everyone just starts barreling around. Wait, Rustamar's going to go for the res? He's snuck under the radar. He's let everyone go past first and gone for a massive 2-2. Look at the migration. Everybody is fully sending it. Liquid have already bypassed Ents and taken one down. They might have to do the same again. They've committed. I don't think you
can't crash it.
Maybe you can.
There's a shack. There is a shack.
They're looking towards it, but no, they've lost one. They're still good. That's it. Full commitment. Game on. Job done. Through the barricade. Looks out the back. The damage is already done. There is a follow-up there. Another player lingering around the corner. A good lean. Would be phenomenal and fantastic for Liquid. The rest of Ents need to get here fast if they want any chance.
They can't.
But I don't think it's worth it. A 2-man band cannot tackle this alone.
Na'Vi way out in the blue, big old swing as Ents are done for. This was their backyard. This was meant to be their home. This could have been the win for them. They couldn't get it done. Now there's a problem for TM. They've split a fair bit. We said that they were kind of leaning on that southern side from Liquid's compound, but you can see the problems. No idea that Smash has pushed up on them. BBL are going to try and take that space, or what remains of BBL. It's only 2. Make it really 1 and a knock at this point. So Smash is going to try and get himself healed back up. Now Na'Vi make their entrance. And they've been out in the blue, just kind of ticking away for a while, but they will at least be able to pull up for now and keep their heads down for just a second. Liquid en route, though.
Liquid have got to make a move because of where they were previously. It's not the greatest place in the world. They've caught Smash with his pants down. He's been outside trying to garner whatever he can off his fallen comrade's body. They'll lay him to rest. And Liquid will claim this side and they'll continue. No, they will not. Excuse me. It's Lazar to strike. Twice, actually. Lightning hits and Na'Vi go down. 12 position for those. And they'll look onwards of Team Liquid because their arrival should be imminent.
Couple of nades coming down. Liquid should have been able to rebolster their supply over the couple of boxes they found en route, and yeah, they will absolutely litter the floor with it. Aduzi's already received his fair share of damage. You can see Dante still there, one towards that little bit of a shack trying to play out of it. James is en route as well. Now, Fate is watching over this, and there it is. Great shot from Fate further afield, looking over, trying to keep some sort of tabs on what's going down, trying to stay relevant to the fight because he's not quite there in person. I don't know how resable Ibby will be. It looks like he should be able to get back on his feet here, but this has slowed the push. Oh, that's a great nade. Fall asleep. Don't know if you're going to be able to do much about it. Hey, he's actually fine. It's just on the cusp of those stairs. Molly goes in. Flash goes out. He's just trying to buy time. He has to go out and fight. He has to go and face the music, and maybe he can get it done. No. Mexi's nade that time was good enough. We see pushes further afield. Galacticos have been moving up towards SMB. They've taken that space away from them, taken them out at this point.
It's time to fight, and FaZe is here.
Yeah, FaZe is certainly there. The Molotov going to confirm that suspicion. Gear Up needs to really pay attention, and they do. They at least find Fuzzface, but all the trades are looking still pretty effective for FaZe. And Schofield having to accept whatever's being dictated to them. Ruptures on the other side. Liquid do clear through question mark. We saw that over towards the north. They eventually got past it. And beyond that, we're still seeing VP being a problem here. They're trying to play this little bit of plateaued out ground. Heroic are on the other side. And at least with a knock, it does buy them a second or two, even at the cost of Perfectic's life at this junction. We have to look at who's in the circle. DA barely in this. Veneer somewhat in this. Heroic no longer are. FaZe and Liquid fighting in the north. This is such a bloodied battle between everyone here. FaZe do get past Gear Up, and did they lose players? I think they got a knock, but they did lose a player. VP on the pull-up now, trying to do what they can. And actually, I think they got a team kill, and that's not ideal by any means. And I think that might be VP pretty much done for. And I think maybe Batulins might be around, and not for long. Yeah, going to be found by the nade in the end. Another nade's now come down. Heroic within range here to try and get some connection because they need to start moving. This should be their next target. That's a good nade. How is Lyron alive?
So much damage is done. Heroic solidify their fate. Flamey comes in onto
moving.
Pixel. That's in the distance. Liquid have got a big old maneuver. They're going to go around all of this. Lazar spots him. That's a fair old amount of damage done. That makes so much noise, though. And all of a sudden, coming down the hill, look at T-Bone. He's rattling off in the distance. By goes the vehicle. But my word, so many players have just gone down. And that's all off the back of Lazar just kicking and screaming, making so much noise. Liquid had nowhere else to go. The ground here is just not meant for this amount of teams. So deadly, so nasty, and now it's FaZe next on the chopping block. But is it Veneer? No, Flamey answers back and holds them. First one will go down and swings around. Doesn't realize there's someone around the corner. Maybe he does. Goes in for it, and there is Veneer. One more left standing somewhere lurking, but this has been so deadly. And they're gone and buried.
The beast from the mist just came flying on through. Gustav luckily was very much paying attention. Now, another bite at the cherry for DA. 4 alive, late game. They have to make up for the fumble they had before. They had a really good position last time. Now they've got to do just a little step further. They have to make the most of this. Heroic are hyper-focused. That Molly is just on clip. They're both burning alive. Heroic are doing so much damage here, but it is just 2 of them. Cure and Beanie trying to work their way around this. James is just staying low right now. He's trying to stay out of this. FaZe already looking this way. Q's got to be super careful here. He could be visible on this. Beanie just got found by Fex. Yeah, they are super visible. Yes, they get past Liquid, but at what cost? It's just Cure alone. He's got a load of boxes to pick up from. FaZe have all 4 alive, 13 kills. DA, you better deliver right now, boys. This is your game to do something with. You had great positioning on the adjustment. You were one of the first through to take a good compound.
This circle, they're going for the cars, and rightfully so. There's even a drop in the middle, which might be the play. Hit the drop with the cars and build something off the back of that. It's not much, but you'll take anything that you can get your hands on at the moment. Heroic goes down, and it all comes down to one individual on the side of SMB to try and keep them alive. Lazar, across 10 different games. If not, FaZe could be the first team to do the double.
It's looking likely with Fex doing that, claiming Vard's life. And you could see that DA were desperate to get Lazar out of that position, but he's not moving. If they could have removed Lazar, they could have maybe got a nice wrap on FaZe, potentially.
I love the smoke position to actually allow Fex to take
Fex is up top. It's so good.
Yeah, a higher angle. Oh, that's interesting.
They've got to push. They have to do something with this. They can't just let this be a res. They've got to find that next layer. Otherwise, you're constantly at a disadvantage. You've got to try and make a play. Fex is playing a dangerous game because Lazar could be a problem. Fex can't see what we can see. The smoke is still pretty rife, and Pixel gets a flush as well. Now, Fuzz, Face, Fex Gustav have to be on red alert here. You can now see who's pushed up on the other side.
Is that
Here's
Mulligan with
Zhong
the tree?
right there. They have absolutely closed the gap. FaZe maybe took their eyes away from the prize for a second, and now they'll burn for it. Gemty finding Fuzzface. Now bear in mind, Laz is still out in the distance somewhere, but DA are at the doorstep. They've absolutely broken the back of FaZe here. This was so different. This is such a different look. Gustav is still in the grass, though. Do they expect it? No, they do not. Gustav with 2, maybe saving FaZe again. Finally gets found by Gemty. Vex still stands in a 1v1 here for everything. He's gone for the flash. What a brave boy. Gets that underhand. Lazar still waiting. Now just absolutely lapping up these moments going, this is looking possible. Vex just ate that flash so badly. He is blind as anything. You can see it. He has no idea. Going to go for the right side. Gemty now on the peak. Vex on the push around. And you can see the background. Lazar is still just waiting this out. He's going to play this to the end. Vex just found Gemty, the wild spraying. Lazar, it's game on. You can do something with this now. Broken Vest, no smokes, no anything left to play with. Him against Vex, against the world. 12 kills, 8 are his, 6 for Vex for FaZe. This is unbelievable scenes. And the circle, it plays well to Lazar too. Vex is further out in this. He has to work forward. He's picked up some smokes. He tries to make the run. Lazar goes down! And what a clutch from Vex.
Respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Apple time, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours.